What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and welcome to another episode of People's Questions, episode 84. Now, I'd like to thank all of you guys for your birthday wishes, but please be sure to send birthday wishes for him because he is now 22 and I'm now 23. And you guys sent in a great list of questions, and by the end of the episode, he will actually be sending you guys a really great question that you guys can answer, and then he can actually check the comments and we can respond to him. Because you'll be seeing a lot of him in the future. Now, starting out with the first two questions come from DeQuilicoman91, and you first want to ask Antoine, what is your favorite Quentin Tarantino film?
Well,
I told you.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
I thought you said it was Pulp Fiction.
It is Pulp Fiction, but Dusk Till Dawn just because of the one scene.
Which scene?
All young men love.
You mean that scene where that girl's in the bar scene?
Right before she turns into that hideous vampire.
Oh. Well...
But besides that, if it wasn't for that one part, it would be Pulp Fiction, because Pulp Fiction is awesome.
Okay. Next question. Now, this question's actually a little bit odd, and I think you're talking to me for this one, and you want to know, have I thought of making my own blog or website? And in terms of website, yeah, I actually started developing one maybe 6 months ago, but then I sort of stopped because I realized how hard it would be to kind of maintain one, and I think I'm going to save that for when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So probably sometime next year when I've made a several number of upgrades, get a far better running computer which will allow me to edit videos a lot faster, and then when I'll actually have like much more knowledge about how to maintain a website, I'll be sure to launch one. Now the next question is actually a similar question to another YouTuber here, and both the Reganter and Mark Main sort of asked this question, and they want to ask you, Antoine, well, I'll go with Mark Main's version. Name what 5 movies do you think deserve a sequel?
Deserve a sequel?
Yes.
That came out this year?
That came out any time.
Anytime.
Any movie you've ever seen says, I want a sequel to that.
To be honest, there's not really too many that come to mind. I mean,
Well,
all the movies that I really like have sequels.
Well, then name them off that need another sequel.
Okay, wait. 300 needed a sequel. And it's getting one.
And it's getting one.
What else? I don't really think Man of Steel needed a sequel.
Well, it's getting one anyway.
I think The Amazing Spider-Man needed a sequel.
It's getting 4. It's like getting 3 of those sequels.
What?
Yeah, they've already confirmed it, like going all the way to Spider-Man 5, I believe.
Alright. That sounds a little excessive.
Alright, well, I guess we've sort of answered your question since everything we've wanted a sequel for has already been confirmed to getting a sequel.
Okay, well, basically all the sequels that I want are superhero movies.
Okay, that's pretty typical. So you want a sequel to Elektra and Catwoman?
No.
And...
No.
Okay.
Those are abominations.
Okay, next question. And Mark Main wants to know, are you a fan of the Total Drama series?
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either, so we can't really answer your question, so please feel free to tell us what it is in the comments down below. Next two questions come from a newbie. I think he's one of my newer subscribers, going by the name of, and I hope I said this right, Ryan Brandt with a T at the end. And your first question is, do you think the Arkham games are good?
I'd like to say yes, but I haven't actually played any of them.
I've played both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and you gotta get them both. I love them. There's been a debate of which one is really better, but I put them on equal terms. They each have strengths and weaknesses towards each other, and they balance each other perfectly. I'm just curious how Arkham Origins is going to play out since it's not being made by Rocksteady, so that's what I'm looking forward to most. So definitely get both of those games, buy them in a pack, because that's how I got my games. And the next question he wanted to know was, what is the best Resident Evil game you've ever played?
Okay, my favorite one is Nemesis. It's 3. But out of the new generation, it's either 4 or 6 right now.
Wow, 6. Yeah, I personally think 6 was not as bad as people thought, especially the Leon's campaign. That was perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say Leon's
that
campaign
was.
is my
I would love to see a whole damn game just with Leon's campaign if it was played like that. No shooting enemies, nothing but monsters, nothing but zombies. It really, to me, it really felt like they had combined Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 with the co-op element in 5, which I really didn't think it was that bad because you didn't have to babysit your character. Your character could actually take care of themselves. So, with that. And the last 2 questions come from Criticism Guy 2009, and you want to know, what do we think of the Rayman Legends gameplay? I'll be honest, I've never been a big fan of Rayman, so I can't really answer it.
Me either. I mean, I played it once.
It looks interesting. It just looks like it's sort of taken a style from, like, old school Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong's always been able to do it better. It just feels more comfortable to me.
I think Donkey Kong's more likable. That's what it is.
And the last question we have from Criticism Guy is kind of an odd one, and you wanted to know, did we hear about the McDonald's employees going on strike demanding $15 an hour instead of minimum wage? You know, I really don't know why McDonald's employees would want to strike against that. I've been at my job for 3.5 years, and I make $8.50 an hour, and I've only gotten $1 in over 3 years. Now, some people would think that's unfair, but I'm not really in a position to complain. I'd love to get paid that much, but as far as I know, I've never heard of any such thing. What about you?
Well, I think they do need a raise. I need a raise, that's for sure.
We all need raises.
You should demand a raise if you've been there for over 3 years and you only got $1 raise.
Well, I don't know. It's just, I'm not really the arguing type. It's more of, if I try to push it, they'll fire me and then hire someone who's willing to work for less.
But I mean, hey, you know, if you want a raise and you're willing to stand up for it, by all means, go on strike.
I mean, maybe
you might lose your job, though.
Maybe I'll push towards it if I'm at there long enough. And with that, that is the last question that you guys have sent for us. I'd like to thank all of you guys once again for sending in your questions. And remember, like always, you can send in your questions in the comments down below. I will be back in Vegas next Friday, so I'll be answering your questions personally. And for a closing, thank you for having him on the show. He is going to be asking the audience questions and asking you guys the questions that you can then respond to him in the comments down below, because he is also subscriber number 1, which means he'll just look in the comments and he'll read your answers there. So, what do you want to ask the 3TR audience?
What's your favorite music genre?
Alright, that's cool. For me, it's anything Michael Jackson does, just to keep it simple. And with that, that is this episode of The People's Questions. Like always, thank you guys for watching. All of you are awesome, and I will see you next time. Or, we'll see you next time.